Hello 2D designers working on a visual book. This is our last screencast and it's got a few details to help just put finishing touches on this book. We're going to add in a couple more ferns here and we're going to add the author's name and attribute the quote up here. So this is a real quick thing. I wanted to repeat these ferns and I didn't do it in the last video. I just think something happening once in a composition, it always helps to pull things together if it happens more than once. So let's find those ferns. Here's the fern layer and let's just duplicate them real quick. And now we can grab those ferns and bring them over here and rotate. Oops. Okay. And of course we need the ferns to drop in behind the letter E. So we will pull their layer down lower so it's in there behind. Great. Let's try this one. There we go. All right, so we can get a little bit of life coming in here. There. That's nice. Okay. Now, the next thing we need to do is to put two bits of text, the author's name, that'll be my name, and then the quote and where that came from. And we're going to be working up here. So once again, I'm going to come up to image. I needed to hit return before I could do that. Image rotation 180. Great. All right, so we do have the title of the book, but your name does need to be on the cover as the author. So, okay, and we'll use the type tool and drag out a box for that and type in the author's name. Let's make it smaller. Let's see, I don't know, that seems pretty small, but we'll try it out. And let's use the color. We'll bring it over here. We'll put it in this little area here. And the color that I'm thinking about using actually is the color of the rock veins. So this black, when it's such a small piece, the black might read as gray. And that's pretty close to the fold lines. Let's make that font just a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay, so there's the author name tucked in there, sort of out of the way, but can you see how that background is competing with the author's name? I'm going to show you how to reduce what's going on in the background. So let's go down to the rock veins layer and we're going to click in a mask, and this is white right now, but if we paint with black here, it will reduce what's happening in that layer. So black is the foreground. I'll get this brush. I'm going to come over here and paint. Let's definitely go smaller. When you do this, be sure that the mask layer is the one that is selected. And watch this. That's only 28%. Let me make it a little bit stronger. There. So I'm painting, and you can hardly see it. It's such a pale dot there. But essentially, I've been able to reduce the impact there. We might end up doing that again over here, but let's just see how our font works out. So let's go get another text box. And this one is going to be for our author. And our author, I'm going to write quote, Q-O-T-E, and is Robin wall Kimmerer, and the title of the book is Braiding Sweetgrass, and that was published in 2013. Let's make this a little bit smaller, and we will bring it forward. In front of the E so we can see it, and we'll rotate it to align with that letter E, and let's make the font smaller. So this is going to be on the part of the book that's the back of the book. I like that. And I'm thinking of this line here and that line there, making it align. That looks good. Let's bring it a little bit closer. All right, now, so we do have an area of that rock vein that is competing with these letters. So again, coming down to the rock vein layer and clicking on the mask, I will go back and get this brush, and I am reducing the impact of that behind there. I'm going to make this brush bigger because I just want it to be just like a little more natural in its shape, and just soften that there. There, that looks better. Bring that one back. Okay. All right, so in this video we've put in the author's name on the cover, and we've attributed the quote on the back of the book. Let's take a look at this. And we have accomplished what we wanted to do in our visual book. We have beautiful texture that activated the whole background. We also then added a large shape. In this case, it happened to be a letter shape, and it is pretty dominant. So your shape, you know, you have to make decisions about what's going to help pull your design together. We also added the blue in the background, that gradient that also helped to bring cohesion to the whole design. And then we started working with the fonts, and you selected the fonts, you know, by auditioning them with the font tool, and then you could make separate little font boxes for different words. We applied a blur to one of the words to increase its expressiveness. We also used a layer that was transparent in its addition of value to darken this area. And over here we use size in the fonts to emphasize words, and gave a box behind that made these words more legible. We also used transparency so that there would sort of be a relationship between these layers instead of a distance between the layers. So overall, I hope this visual book that you will take these skills that I have shared with you, and you can use them in any order that you want, in any combination that you want. I'm so excited to see what your quote is, what your imagery is. I know it's going to be beautiful. Enjoy creating your visual book. See you soon.